Yes, guys, welcome to an episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. This is a weekend special, guys. Let me know if you all can hear me. Type in the comment and let me know if you can hear me fine, guys. Where is it? It's funny. Then a theme budget speech. I'm going to show you say a theme budget speech. Remember, me not come talk foolishness, you know, Shay. Shay, welcome. Nella, good evening. Call the weekend crowd, come over here so quick and fast. Quick and fast. You know, coming at this. This is the weekend special. Weekend special for my special viewers and subscribers. You know, coming at this. Come hear the man come defend him budget speech. From you know, look on the man face, don't you know, say the man little bit and talawa over CVM yesterday. When you coming at this, all right, thank you now. When I hear me good, all right, good. We did have two windows open, so you may have heard an echo, but we're good now. Guys, remember me tell you no say, the budget speech we're making a parliament by the opposition. It's not Mark Golden write the speech. Don't me tell you no say Bunting write the speech? And I think one of my subscribers them call and say, no, and a Bunting write it, or the blogger them write it. No man, I him write it. Me not come tell you no lie, people. Is him write it and I can prove too now show you say is him write it. So if you just come in at this, like up a live and share it and call two people. And come over here so make we show the people them say a Bunting write it. Remember say we're credible over here, say no guys. And before we could have finished talk it. Him come prove himself, say him write it. Look how him vex. You know why I'm vex? Call the people that make I tell you know why I'm vex. This is the weekend, you know. So we're not too what you call it now. There's not too much formality to us on the weekends. We're not too formal over here. So we can chat to patwa as bad as we want chat it and talk up with something them. So we don't call the people them. I gonna show on all that. You see, this is why I know. Andrew Holness is up against two leaders. I don't know where am I gonna do or how am I gonna manage this. But him up against two leaders. And this is why you have the confusion. We're going in a parliament because clearly, you know, guys, all Bunting for out there, I talk about the meaning of the walkout. Or him for the on TV attack. Him did dead here? Him never did here? He was not there, so him for the on TV making rounds, talking about the walkout. Him was not a part of the walkout because him not no seat. He losing seat. So him the on TV I talk about it and he was not there. And I come vex up in face pan top of it. Because the rumpis them a cuss him, you know. Them a cuss him and say, when him write that speech they give mark for. So him have to come out now upon defense. Papa Jesus, I never see this yet. People no look on the man face. Eh? Papa Jesus. So, him wasn't there inside. And him never outside neither. But him find himself on the CVM panel, upon the panel, upon CVM set. I talk about the appropriateness of it. He's talking about this, that, and everything. You would have think say he make the speech. He might defend the speech. Nobody is defending the speech like the speech writer. Nobody defend them speech. Ooh, if we not just a come on Good evening. I go make on hear when talk say. Yes, it's a organized thing, but him not have no decorum. So him not understand say when you are making a budget presentation, you can't just throw anything in there. You're supposed to stick to the budget debate. And that's why I'm go wrong. That's why I know the man a politician. I'm keep on tell you to say, them people here is not politician. Don't follow them, don't listen to them, run them away. Because if him did have sense, he would write that thing there, give Mark Golding. See them there all over the place. Somebody tell me say Mark Golding was on nightly fix last night. I thought about Andrew must apologize to him. Wanna make it make sense now? Wanna hear ya? Make I play the video, make on hear him on CVM yesterday. I defend him budget speech while I'm right. Hear ya.
Reaction to the events in Parliament today. Good evening and welcome, sir.
Good evening.
First of all, what prompted the walkout?
Well, the leader of the opposition was making a series of points on the need for good governance. And he was exposing point after point where this JLP administration has brought us to a new low in terms of accountability. And in particular, the accountability of Parliament. The executive is subject to parliamentary oversight. We have seen where they have removed the opposition chairman from the standing select committees, the sessional select committees. That was a tradition that was started by Bruce Golding and carried through under the PNP administration and discontinued. That has affected the accountability and the oversight of Parliament. We've seen now with the Speaker, who is supposed to be impartial and nominally the head of Parliament, being the wife, the spouse of the head of the executive. I don't think whether you talk about the optics, whether you talk about the principle, or whether you talk about how she has behaved in a very tribal manner, preventing Auditor General reports from being tabled in a timely way, proposing to send Integrity Commission reports to our oversight committee that's controlled by the government rather than tabled so the public can see them immediately, getting an opinion from the Attorney General, which she's relying on, not in her personal capacity, but on behalf of the Parliament, but not sharing it with other parliamentarians. So we were concerned with the principle, we were concerned with the optics, but in practice, it has borne out that it was an absolutely inappropriate appointment. And the Prime Minister was obviously, his reaction, which was out of proportion, because the leader of the opposition was not saying anything inappropriate. He was not saying it in any rude or vulgar way. But the fact that the Prime Minister so overreacted, again reinforced the point that there's really no separation between the executive and the Parliament.
Was the party leader correct, though, sir, in raising the issue during the budget presentation?
Well, of course, the whole, this is the one time of the year when the leader of the opposition has really an unfettered opportunity with adequate time to speak to the nation and has the attention of the nation. One of the pillars on which his presentation was based was the idea of governance and the importance of good governance to the country. You know, to preventing corruption, to rooting out corruption, to ensure appropriate behavior of the executive because of parliamentary oversight, etc. So this was the absolutely correct platform on which to do it. He was not doing it in any way that was rude. He was making very solid points. And the fact that the government essentially prevented him from completing his presentation shows really the disrespect they have for our parliament, our democracy, our democratic traditions, and ultimately the public of Jamaica, who deserve a robust debate.
We wait to see where this conversation will continue, but thank you so much for dropping by.
You're welcome.
Yes, people. Can you imagine this man, you know? I know him are the leader of the opposition. I know him supposed to write the leader of the opposition speech. But him come out, him not even did have the decency to come at the Me don't know if him in the gallery, cause that's all him can be. That's the only place him can be in the gallery. Cause then take away seat from him. So him come out now on TV. Only hear when Curlin Brown ask him, greet him. Only hear him answer the woman barely want answer. And I saw him face look. Because the rumpis them a cuss him. I said, where you do that for? Where you put that in a speech for? You write the thing and give the man so. Right? So now him come out, they on every platform in an argument with the people them. Me tell him, say him write the speech. No doubt about it. Who else would have do something like that? Eh? Nobody else. Only Bunting. I have studied this man to the degree where anytime I say anything going on in a politics, me can shut me eye and tell you say a Bunting do that. Bunting write the speech and make Golden go out there. Go embarrass not just himself, but embarrass the entire opposition. And the thing about it, guys, you cannot have two leaders running a party. That is what happened, you know. You have two leaders with conflicting views leading a major political party. You understand, guys? And this, remember, you know, we're going to this already, you know. We talk about the plot to topple the PNP, and then when they topple the PNP, they are going to use their money and buy the party, which they did. But the thing is, Bunting was supposed to come out as the next leader, but him plan mash up because them take away him seat and him lose the challenge. So Golden there now, if you go and hold off the thing for him. But Golden now run off a thing like how him da do it. So Golden have to take talk from him. And that's what happened. Golden is there just as a figurehead for the rumpis them. And him write the speech because him are the rightful leader according to him. Because him never in the parliament. Bunting never in the parliament. When all of the... Do I have the video here? I don't think so. When all of the members of parliament them, which Andrew them play back on them page, when the woman first come in as the leader of the opposition, no leader, sorry, as speaker, which I don't think she should be the speaker of the house. So you know my view on that. I'm not going at that right now. When she first come in, Dr. Phillips greeted her, welcomed her, and all of these things, right, guys? Mark Golding was in there, according to everybody. I don't think him disputes him did in there. So he was part of that group of people. Now, with that being said, the argument that Bunting is making, that Juliet Holness shouldn't be there in the first place. Remember, him not have a seat in the parliament, and he was not in there. However, he's in the Senate. But at no point in time did he raise disapproval, not even through the figurehead that you're seeing here, the placeholder. He has not told him, listen, tomorrow when you're going there, tell them say you don't agree with Juliet being the speaker. He never did that. So now, in your budget presentation, him run go write budget speech, him is no leader. And he make Golden go in there for go make the other rest of people them look bad, including Golden himself. So you see the major conflict where go on here, so 10 Tory in a one, 2 leader in a one. And that a go on, you know. This man need for just ease himself and understand and come to grips that he did not win the leadership. You cannot be the leader because the people them did not permit you to be the leader. As much hundreds of millions of dollars as you spend, you were rejected, flatly rejected, to be leader of the party and to be the next member of parliament for Central Mark. You are a reject. So if Mark Golden bring you back in, say, all right, we are put you in the Senate. Be a senator and stop from trouble the people them. This man is such a mischief maker, cantankerous, tormented. The blood of Jesus, man. God have mercy. And the rest of MP them probably never see the speech or know nothing about the speech. Because between me and no people, I pinch and tell you somebody will call me name, you know. I know some of love chat, you know. Between me and the rest of member of parliament, them say them shock when them hear it. They must say, how you for come draw we in this today day, yeah? Now, I'm not saying to you guys that if Juliet Holness is up there and she's not doing the thing properly or whatever, them have a right to say, listen, we not like what you do, you know. We don't think so what you do right, you know, or you not conduct the house properly and them something there. Yeah? Them not wrong, them can't say that. But how dare you? You talk about disrespect of the people? How dare you? The man out there is supposed to make a budget speech and you're gonna write them thing there. A be attack thing you come with. There's a time and place for everything, and that's why they mash up PNP so. And that's why nobody not like them and nobody not in them, and that's why they lose challenge and lose their seat and lose everything. And lose all them mind, you know. Because look at him. Cross, angry and miserable. Look at his forehead. Body language experts who no coming at this. Look on him forehead. Look on the side here where I get home. And a curling brown make them rub you out, brother. Then rub him out, wicked man. They must say, where you write that speech and get the man for. And as a matter of fact, the speech being finished outside, that not valid, you know. Because that not depend no record at all. Because it was not done in the house. This is so sad, guys, honestly, because no matter which side it depend, you know, you want to see two functional parties in the country. You don't want to see one party functioning and the next one, them upside down on their head top. You don't want to see that, because when that happens, then, you know, democracy is compromised. The people in Jamaica see what go on, that's why they now come out and vote and participate in nothing. Them people here tie up Jamaica's democracy. And all of what him complain about, say, them nah do this and them nah do that, and them remove this and them X out that. You know what me think right here now? And me say it yes already, you know. Me say yes to the government, stop from treating these people like them are opposition. Them is no opposition. You're not obligated to treat them as the opposition. On a deal with the people of Jamaica, and Jamaica people must hold them accountable. You cannot treat these people like opposition. You cannot legitimize them because they're no opposition. You see, me tell you already say, Dayton Campbell, him come ball out on the platform, say, when Portia was the prime minister, just a few months ago. In come ball out, say, when Portia was prime minister, them did want to kill Anjo. And Portia give Anjo security. Him tell Jamaica, say, the labor rights them did want unalive Anjo, and Portia give him security. We never hear Portia come talk that yet, you know. Because Portia is smart enough to know. I don't know if it goes so, guys. But Portia is smart enough to know, say, if that was the case, if that was true, that is not something you come out on the political platform and bawl out. Okay? You don't do that. So when you have them behaving so recklessly, you cannot treat them like any opposition because they have no respect for decency, privacy, national security guidelines, and all these things. Classified information. You cannot trust these people with state secret, state information and them something. They're not diplomatic. So maybe, I'm not saying it is true or even if it should be, but what I'm saying is this government ought to be very careful how they share information with them and how they include them and involve them in certain processes. One of the things I noticed, guys, was when the meeting was held with the U.S. Secretary of State and all our regional friends in CARICOM, over 80. Only notice the Mark Gold in them was not there. By right, them should have been there, you know. Yeah, them should have been there to at least participate or listen in, or just look like a unified, force in Jamaica. Because you see, people when they come from Jamaica, them then at the meeting. Jamaica is a part of CARICOM, not just the government of Jamaica. Right? But when we really and truly look on it now, tell me, you can't treat them people here like nothing serious. Them are nothing serious people. They don't make no sense, I swear. So there you have it. Me tell you no say I him write the speech before me even did know say I him write the speech. I'm gonna make a phone call and find out if I him write the speech for true. And them say yeah, him write the speech and them a cuss him like dog. Them a cuss him badly. Them a say where you write that speech and give the man for go talk for. Look what you make it happen. So that's why you see now him come on platform and him come on TV and him a try to do the rounds them to justify what he did and saying the budget speech is once a year. This is your opportunity to attack people, to bring down people, to character assassinate people and stress out the country. Because stress out the country, The country I look for see a normal, decent debate, with the opposition and the government. And this man can stress out the whole nation. Nobody now want to hear nothing again. Because what we get is destruction and crosses. Cannot put that in there. Whatever else, other issues you have, you can pick it up tomorrow. But the budget speech should have been just that, the budget speech. So basically, like the caption said right here, Bunting's budget speech. Bunting come defending budget speech. Papa Jesus, the two leaders, them don't agree. I never see this yet. Two leaders, two different value system. Two leaders, two different viewpoint and leadership. Two leaders, one budget speech. I don't know how that will work out. You better Mark Gold need to read the first part and Bunting come in there and read the second part. That's it that make more sense. Because you make the man kick on one foot. Eh? Guys, the phone line open if you don't want to call me, they open today. The phone line is open. Away number there. See it here. The phone line open. I tell you, I want the woman come tell me about Sienna Bunting, right? The speech of the blog of them, right? This speech. Go call me back. Call me back. What's your name again? Me tell you, say a Bunting write the speech and you tell me, say no Bunting right here, the blog of them writing. Why? Let me see something. The man come defend his speech. I first me see this. Because them a cuss him. Them a say you a bring down the man thing because you chat too much. Nobody know. And Mark Golding did not read the speech before him talk it. As the speech was going along, him start to believe when I read, can never read it before, and him thinks that this was okay. It's not okay. There's a time and place for every God Almighty thing under the sun. You come to deal with a budget debate, you deal with the budget debate. You make a country confused. The people them don't know what to talk, what to think, and what to listen to, and what to believe. So them just tune right out. How you gonna come and make a budget speech? And the people I'm supposed to focus on the budget, but instead, the headline is the walkout. And in your budget speech, you go on the attack about something that's completely unrelated to a budget. I would have walked out too. Not sense. And then when make people are telling about say, Don't go in there tomorrow when Andrew attack. Don't go in there. You know, so you can't do that. Because of the people in Jamaica appear, you know. The people of Jamaica appear, you know. And you shouldn't go in there, go provoke the situation and cause the walkout. So you have to go back in there or sit down and listen. And in the middle of Andrew Holness speech, he might go in there, go talk about him wife accomplish this and him wife this and him wife that and him wife is independent and rare. That is all fine and good, you know. Me say woman empowerment and everything. But it's not about your wife and her accomplishments and being a strong woman. And good for you for being the type of man who, you know, who empower your woman and proud of your woman and know say she can stand up on her own 2 feet. Me like that. I like man where them promote them thing. They can have some man, if the woman start make no move, no strong move, them start get bad mind and covetous. They start undermine the woman. They start tell the woman things for change her mind. Them start even tell the woman, say, look here, you know, I have to do this. One heap of something. Me know some man stay so. They hold on their woman, right? So, me not have no problem with Andrew bragging upon him woman and say, she achieved this, she achieved that, Riri. That's not the point. It's not about your wife achievement or whatsoever. Are you being the type of man for, you know, promote them something there. It is about the principle and what the Jamaican people are concerned. The people them are always sit, you know, in the parliament, not as individuals, but as a husband and wife couple. There's nothing you can do to change that. So it's always going to cause a problem. And that's why from day one, when the rest of them in the opposition, including Mark Golding, was saying, oh, welcome, this is great. I said, no, this is going to be a problem. This is not right. If you're in the average workplace, it is a problem, conflict, all sort of conflict. So no bother with that. See it, you know. So with all of this overshadowing the budget debate, people are so tuned out like never before. Them people are a problem, guys. So this one here, give the man the speech for go talk. You understand? Put things in the speech when appropriate for the moment. And now come out of the damage control. See them like when them kill Melissa. And then a little bit of blood come out of the attack. One heap of something, them have to send out back she for come to damage control. Them a damagement. A big damage then go along with. This no good for Jamaica, you know. No matter which side they're upon, you know. You ought to want to see a functional government party and a functional opposition party. Can you imagine now? The two leaders them in a government. Him think him a leader, you know. Imagine this a leader here and the other leader. Mark Golding, the two of them in a government. How that are go now? This is why whenever we're electing leaders, we have to elect parties that are stable. We cannot elect parties that are unstable because they get in the government. You don't know what you're going to get. It's so unpredictable. And that is what's going on now in the opposition party, is that what's going on in the opposition party is that you have 10 Tory in a one. Him a theme where how him consider things should go. Clearly, if you listen to this speech or part of it, you can hear say him a theme own idea of leadership and what it should be, and there's no boundary to it, there's no rule to it, or just anything goes. And that's why I'm gonna write that and go tell Mark, say, if you go talk anything in our budget speech. No, if I did Mark Golding write a budget speech, Mark Golding no write speeches. Mark Golding him not do no work at all, honestly. Because when they first came in, the party's message was the power of the dream. The power of the dream was a campaign slogan that Dayton Campbell used in 20, somebody remind me. I don't remember which year, but that was Dayton Campbell's campaign slogan, which he lost. And instead of Mark Golding coming in as the new leader and saying, this is our message now, our new message, new leadership, new message, him go draft or accepted a campaign message that was used by Dayton, and Dayton did lose with. So it goes to show you that they're not using their brain power. They're not serious about this. So everything that you see coming from this opposition, I saw look at helter-skelter thing where people like Bunting patch up and people like Data. Them are people not serious, guys. And whether they're in a opposition or in a government, this is not right. It's frightening, it's scary. Because if the government decides that they want to go rogue upon the people, you're supposed to have a opposition party where they, you understand, we're going to do the right thing and keep them accountable. Me talk about that already, Marlene. Me not talk about brother and sister. Then Colonel Charles too pinning them in India. You ever hear me talk about it yet? Colonel Charles' 2 children are in there. I don't have no problem with them. I don't have no problem with Dr. Phillips and his son neither. Me not no problem with no sister and no brother neither. I'm talking about people who live together as a couple. Spouses me I talk about. That is where I find a problem. You don't see it happening in the UK, in the US. I don't think it's right. That's my view. Sisters and brothers are going to do them own thing. You understand? Them not live together. Them are have them more often than not. I mean, when you are with somebody, when you're married to somebody, you become closer with that person than any family member, even your own parents. That person literally knows you inside and out, right? And I just say it go. That's my view. Wouldn't know if you agree with it. But if you don't want to incorporate brothers and sisters and whatever, that's your view. That's cool. No problem. So all who just are coming upon this, make a play about that video here. Peter Bunting come defend in budget speech because me tell you no already this week says him write the speech. So him come defend him speech because the people in the party are bring him down. Because he make Mark Golding thing went south. After him speech. We never see this in our history yet, One leader up against 2 opposition. one leader up against 2 opposition leaders. We never see this in our life yet. God Almighty. One leader up against 2 opposition leaders. The two of them soon crab up one another, Mark Golding and Peter Bunting soon crab up one another. Them a friend from campaign from high school. A long time them a come. And I hear so they reach now wreaking havoc in a Jamaica people lives. In a them party lives. The two of them make up and buy PNP for $10 million. And they not come with not name substance. Anything we're Bunting involved in a destruction. Botheration, Everything we're involved in a destruction and botheration. This not look good. This not look good. And you see, if Andrew wanna say that go on good, you see him alone against the 2 of them, me that go help him. No, sir. If Andrew did that go on good, I swear, me that jump in that and make it 2.2. I want me to them. Bunting it off a runner from Boya. If Andrew did not go on good, Jesus Christ, 2.1 a murder. Me not go in there go help the man, but Jesus Father. Well, say if me related to Bounty Killer. No comment. Lord Jesus. Yes, guys, yes. So, me no know. Me no know how Andrew will manage this. Because I'm supposed to know by now. Breaking news. Bunting come defend in budget speech. On the area.
Reaction to the events in Parliament today. Good evening and welcome, sir.
Good evening.
First of all, what prompted the walkout?
Well, the leader of the opposition was making a series of points on the need for good governance. And he was exposing point after point where this JLP administration has brought us to a new low in terms of accountability. And in particular, the accountability of Parliament. The executive is subject to parliamentary oversight. We have seen where they have removed the opposition chairman from the standing select committees, the sessional select committees. That was a tradition that was started by Bruce Golding and carried through under the PNP administration and discontinued. That has affected the accountability and the oversight of Parliament. We've seen now with the Speaker, who is supposed to be impartial and nominally the head of Parliament, being the wife, the spouse of the head of the executive. I don't think whether you talk about the optics, whether you talk about the principle, or whether you talk about how she has behaved in a very tribal manner, preventing Auditor General reports from being tabled in a timely way, proposing to send Integrity Commission reports to an oversight committee that's controlled by the government rather than tabled so the public can see them immediately, getting an opinion from the Attorney General, which she's relying on, not in her personal capacity, but on behalf of the Parliament, but not sharing it with other parliamentarians. So we were concerned with the principle, we were concerned with the optics, but in practice, it has borne out that it was an absolutely inappropriate appointment. And the Prime Minister was obviously, his reaction, which was out of proportion, because the leader of the opposition was not saying anything inappropriate. He was not saying it in any rude or vulgar way. But the fact that the Prime Minister so overreacted, again reinforced the point that there's really no separation between the executive and the Parliament.
Was the party leader correct, though, sir, in raising the issue during the budget presentation?
Well, of course, this is the one time of the year when the leader of the opposition has really an unfettered opportunity with adequate time to speak to the nation and has the attention of the nation. One of the pillars on which his presentation was based was the idea of governance and the importance of good governance to the country. You know, to preventing corruption, to rooting out corruption, to ensure appropriate behavior of the executive because of parliamentary oversight, etc. So this was the absolutely correct platform on which to do it. He was not doing it in any way that was rude. He was making very solid points. And the fact that the government essentially prevented him from completing his presentation shows really the disrespect they have for our parliament, our democracy, our democratic traditions, and ultimately the public of Jamaica, who deserve a robust debate.
We wait to see where this conversation will continue, but thank you so much for dropping by.
You're welcome.
Guys, Bunting still not understand. I'ma feel away. I feel away if say people like them I will call themselves top analysts, intelligent, college graduates. Me feel bad for him. Him here say is a budget speech. Make we look. Make we show Bunting what is a budget speech. The budget speech is the government's statement of its fiscal, economic, and social policies. It is usually presented once a year, although there is no requirement for an annual presentation and so on and so forth, right? Now, where the opposition is concerned, they're supposed to mirror what the government does where the budget speech or the budget presentation is concerned. Fiscal, economic, and social policies. Where the hell do you get off talking about the Speaker of the House, the wife of the Prime Minister, and whether she should be there? Where do you get off talking about the illicit six? What the hell? No, sister, they don't understand the job description. They don't understand the job description. And this is why the media, them in Jamaica, Curlin Brown just asked him, was it appropriate to say that during the budget presentation? That's not what she should have asked. Well, she could have asked him that, but she should have also said, what are you supposed to say in a budget speech? No, sir. No, Andrew Holness impose up this today. Some people lie to you and belittle your intelligence. But I tell you the truth because I respect you. I don't know what that mean or who that go for. I'm not even going to try to dissect it right now. Because them people will make your head hurt you. Like seriously. We're supposed to have focus on the national development agenda in our country. And they're sitting there. And this man here, because him think him is the leader of the country and of the People's National Party. You know, I think the smartest thing that they could have done was to go and form them Rise United Movement Party, then Rump Party, Rise United Movement Party. Them could have formed them party and come challenge the JLP and the PNP, you know. That's what they should have done, you know. Them have them headquarters up a Lady Musgrave Road. Where Bunting and Golding should have do. How much for start one political party? I think at $250,000. You have to have, I must I don't remember how much members you have to have. Somebody tell me in a comment here so. For start one political party in Jamaica, you have to pay about $250,000. And you have to have a certain amount of members, registered members to the party. Bunting and Golding could have started a party and should have. Because as you can see, they're always going to be conflicting with each other, confusing the people, confusing the party. Because they're not speaking and they're not on one accord. They're not on one accord. They're not showing the public that they are unified in the way that they view governance, in understanding the role of an opposition party. They don't understand anything. He might be making some good points about, you know, what I'm saying at the beginning. Hold on, let me play the video on my phone. I want to hear what I'm saying at the beginning. What was the objective of why them bring this Juliet Holness up here? Hold on there, guys. Let me play this and hear it. I think a good governance, yes. It's good governance him want to about. And if you're talking about good governance, do it at the right time and place. Make we hear what you say about good governance, but when you have to put that in the budget speech, tell me how good governance factor into this. I'm not time for good governance yet. That day was not for it. That day is supposed to be talking about fiscal, economic, and social policies. Very simple. See, it says, following the minister's speech, or anybody from the government who will present the budget, a member of the official opposition is recognized after a brief speech, whatever. Peter Bunting is not a member of parliament. That's the first thing. And he come like say if he was a member of parliament, that he would get up and get a budget speech too. But him is not a member of parliament. He was not in there when the speech was being given. He was not even outside when them have to lift up from out of parliament after the walkout. So where do you get off making rounds talking about... Wait, let me see. Hold on.
Reaction to the events in Parliament today. Good evening and welcome, sir. Good evening. First of all, what prompted the walkout?
Well, the leader of the opposition was making a series of points on the need for good governance.
The need for good governance argument can be made and should be made, just not in that budget speech. How could you not know that you are a former member of parliament for 3 terms or so, and you don't know, say, when you're talking about the need for good governance, you can talk about it at your party conference. You can go have town hall meeting with your constituents. You can write about it to the press and the media. Only the press conference all the while, you can talk about it there. If you are given an opportunity in the House, you can talk about it there too. But just not in the budget speech. You got so many opportunities to talk about the need for good governance. And that's why what Paul Ashley say, if you left from out of the parliament and go farm, go do no own parliament, get to no own followers with a PNP, JLP, no P. Go try something out of road, man. That's why I say them should go farm them own party and can challenge the PNP and the JLP. Maybe they could have pick up a seat or two, who knows? But this constant state of disruption to democracy, weakening of democracy, because when you don't have 2 functional parties as we do in Jamaica, we are weakening democracy. Turn off the ringer, yeah. Yes, guys, they are weakening democracy. So we don't need that in Jamaica. We really don't. We don't need to have 2 leaders of the opposition. We don't need to have 2 leaders of the opposition. We know what we're not doing now. Bunting missed his opportunity. If he wanted to lead PNP or lead Jamaica, in time gone. Because of impatience and because of ill advice, Mark Golding advised him to challenge his leader prematurely, out of order, and he lost his chance because he lost that race and lost his seat. How do you come back from something like that? Why would you even want to make a comeback? You should be embarrassed. You should be very ashamed. So just hold the Senate and ease yourself until the time comes for go on. So this constant, inserting himself into leadership, it's ridiculous now. You need to stop. You need to stop, Bunting. Like no, you need to stop. See, man coming at your house, can't touch up your pitney inappropriate, your 10-year-old son. You not report it to Sisoka, your baby mother come down from foreign, can report it. The little boy, your friend back the little boy in the washroom and for do the things them to the little boy. You not come report that, but look on you. Jamaica tired of them, man. Tired of them. I know Jamaica doesn't want a third party. But the principle of the whole thing is just like when the Jamaica Labour Party did under siege. And the man then were in there decided, listen, this party is not working for me anymore. I don't like this anymore. What did they do? Then go form the NDM. But what you cannot and you should not do In the interest of the Jamaican people and democracy, you do not stay inside of a political party and wreak havoc. Jesus, Father. Hello?
Hello.
Yes. How may I help you?
Hi. Hi, good night. I would like to add to the situation you guys are going on with a Bunting.
Okay.
And,
we're live. Just so you know, we're live here.
Yeah, but listen. Jarlan Silvera Cousin killed his wife in 59, in Portland,
When cousin name?
I'm going to find out. I can find out from my wife. Just a second. I big you up. I like what you're going on with. Just a second.
Thank you.
We're still there right now. We're killing wife. But the first one.
Them are people, you know, easy.
She remember there that, but search it, I'm sure, because when we have a teacher in school, they used to fool around the data. It stopped because the family kind of quiet. That killer families.
Okay.
People remember history, you take it 1959 when Father Jones was passed that year. Take it in Humber and carry out that trident. We were trident hotel, still at the hair head, black man, cut off, and the body flying up at papers. And the man give the clothes 2 days after.
All right, me will look into it. Thank you for the information.
Yeah, man. Research it, man, and keep up the good job. Yeah.
All right, take care. Thanks for calling.
May I listen to your right channel?
All right, cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Good. Yeah.
Guys, may have some more information about this case here, but me gonna talk about it when we come back next week. Next week, me gonna tell you now what Sylvia do to the police and what him do Bobby Montague, him trick Bobby. So I'm going to tell you about that next week. But this thing here about him family, I will certainly look into it. I won't comment on it too much right now because I don't have the information. But I'm going to look into it. I have some friends in St. Mary, people who live there a long time. I will speak to them about it. Look at Bunting's face. Look at the lines across his forehead and between his eyebrows. He is mad because the people them in a PNP had done him. Look what you did. What was the purpose of that? Quote, the speech was going so well until you put in that at the end. Why are you doing this? The thing, guys, you see, narcissism, I want a worse mental disease. Any psychiatrist will tell you that there is no treatment for it. When you can treat other mental illnesses like bipolar, schizophrenia, borderline personality, all of those, when you can treat those personality and mental disorders, you cannot treat narcissism. Bunting wants to separate himself from the leaders. Sorry, from the party, from the other members of the party hierarchy. He thinks he's the best leader, the better leader. And that's why it didn't matter to him that these guys who gave Juliet the green light, no pun intended, it didn't matter to him that if Mark Golding made that speech in there, people could call him a hypocrite. It didn't matter to him that that would happen. And that did happen. The first thing what people say is, but them said it was okay. They welcomed her, blah, blah, blah. Now, if him did smart in writing that speech, which should have been presented at another time, he would have said, we acknowledge that we welcomed her, that we gave her the stamp of approval. However, ever since then, we have seen some changes in the way that she does things, and you go on from there. But you can't just come now and start out by saying you shouldn't be the Speaker of the House. And also you start out the sentence because when you're done, give the woman the green light already. So, in order to not be called a hypocrite, first you must acknowledge that you all gave her the stamp of approval. That way the Prime Minister and him team side can't come call on a hypocrite. Say to them, listen, we acknowledge and we are aware that when she first became Speaker, we gave her the stamp of approval. However, since she became the Speaker of the House, she has done A, B, C, and D, which is against what we view the conduct of a Speaker should be. You cannot come at this point in time saying that she should not be the Speaker of the House, because you can't say what me say now. Them can't say what me say. Because from the beginning, me say she should not be the Speaker of the House. I don't care nothing about nothing at all. Me just as some feel. But them never said that from the beginning. So they can't come with an argument they know. The only thing them can come say now is our conduct. That the only thing they can do is criticize our conduct. And that's why it is so important that when you have to make these decisions and approve, appointments and vote and things, you got to think before you do it. You have to think forward and you have to think backward. Meaning you have to think about precedent and you have to think about what is potential or what is possible, in the future, whether good or bad. You understand what I say, guys? So now, it begs the question, is Bunting trying to undermine the party hierarchy? Is that what he's doing? He wasn't there the day Juliet Holness came in because clearly he has no seat. So I'm never sitting in there with them. But if him did in there, you know, feel say Bunting would stand up and say, don't approve of it. Me ask, would he have said that if he had a seat in there? And since him is the puppeteer, what make him never did tell Golden the next day, say, look here, when you're going there tomorrow, raise it in the house, say, you not approve of it. Even though probably did the end of the day before a knock table and say, approve of it. When you saw them bag people, they are no leader. They are no people who stand on their word. Like seriously, this no look good. Nothing about this no make sense. When them talk about corruption, I don't like hear it. Not from these two. Because these people are the biggest beneficiaries of FINSAC. Them need to give back the people them assets. So that them for do. Hello?
Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. Welcome to the program. We're live.
Thank you. Enjoying the program from Toronto.
Okay.
Just wanted to contribute a little bit. So thank you for giving us a space and for your thoughtfulness and insight.
Welcome.
You know, back in the days when them say take a joke too far.
Yes.
The behavior of these people have way too far. And the Integrity Commission waited far too long to publicly denounce the lies that have been floating around. Had it not come to this that we saw on Tuesday, maybe they would allow this madness, this insanity to continue. Right?
Yeah.
And just to to then hear them trying to backfire, to hear Paul will come out and say, boy, he just went along with it just because. It's like, trying to cover something that he did, realizing, that it was not appropriate. And I see some people say them take Jamaican people for food. Jamaican people are not food. They just choose a political party and they go with the narrative that's fed to them.
Yes.
But what is a little bit, for me, frightening is that so many people who we consider to be intellectual people who have been elected to serve and be leaders sat, listened, did not form their own opinion or get the facts before they went out there, and they themselves were just slandering people's name, telling lies, blatantly lying to people, and making mischief.
They're not serious.
Margoli was one, but the people who, when I listen to Julian and everybody else, Brownberg and all of them go out there and just continue the narrative to say, she's sitting on this report, like they got the report and they know for sure that she was not allowing the report to be tabled. Now the IC is saying, and so it go. Have any of them come out and apologize or say, you know what? We were made to believe that it was, and it's not, and we retract the statement. Have we heard that from them?
I don't think they have no, they don't have the decency to do that. Remember, these are people who lose election and come say them winning.
Look here, that is just drunken stupor. What is wrong with you? You know them that already drink a deuce already for party.
No,
you can't say anything.
Me can't, but I never see them as something I hate in Jamaica. So this is all a novel to me right now, just as it is for a lot of you.
I know, but you know what? I commend your approach to using your platform the way you do. There's no bias, in my opinion.
Thank you.
And so I applaud you as a sister for doing what you're doing just to keep us informed. Take care. Walk good.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right?
you. Have a good evening.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah. Yeah, guys. Them a walk a talk about apology. Say them fi apologize. And let me tell you this too. I found out this yesterday after I come off of the program that according to the Auditor General, and I must tell you this, according to the Auditor General, Pamela Ellis, she said that she sent 2 reports. Hold on, guys. Let me get the information. You don't want to miss this. Just give me a few seconds. Yeah, guys. So according to Pamela Ellis, she revealed yesterday that she sent 2 reports to the Parliament and they were sent back to her. And I want to tell you when the report was sent to the Parliament and when it was sent back by the House Speaker. And I'm going to tell you the content of those reports. Hold on. And she revealed that yesterday, right? And this is the thing with Jamaica and this delayed this delayed action that they always do, right? 18 hours ago. No, let me read the latest one. 1 hour ago, according to RGR, Auditor General revealed that Speaker returned 2 investigative reports to her, right? They were sent to the Parliament on December 28th of last year and January 29. And they were returned to her department on Friday, yesterday, by Speaker of the House, Holness. The first report is a special audit of the Financial Services Commission, and the second one, a special audit of Tax Administration, Jamaica. Okay, so me go read a little further and make you know what go on. But first, it must be said that the report that Juliet sent back, the 2 report them, they had nothing to do with illicit 6 investigation. And that's why I tell the gentleman who called here yesterday, I tell we say, documents were sent back and sent to Parliament January. You see, and this is why I kept imploring the Prime Minister of the country, and any Prime Minister going forward, they need to have a press secretary speaking to the country every day. You understand? Because people are getting misinformed and all these things. But why Pamela never come tell the nation from when? Oh, she said it was returned Friday. It was returned to her department on Friday, yesterday, by the Speaker of the House. You see? So now Juliet need to come tell the people them why she returned them, right? And you see the first report, it looked like it has something to do with the FSC. I saw their name? The people them with the financial oversight body in the country. Yes, the Financial Services Commission. Them the people they know, and them are SSL in a bangarang. Well, not really. They're supposed to be the oversight for SSL. Guys, I think SSL is a Ponzi scheme, and you have to see whole heap of arrests coming from over there, from the people them who are the CEO over there, the whole of them in a Ponzi scheme and thief the people them money. It can't put no other way. You say for the Bernie Madoff, you remember Bernie Madoff for them lock up in a New York for the Ponzi scheme? If Bernie Madoff was operating in Jamaica and wouldn't get way. SSL is a Ponzi scheme, criminal organization. Anyway, let me read on here. Mrs. Monroe Ellis did not give the reasons for the return of the reports. She told the Gleaner that she will be dispatching them to Parliament on Monday. Monday I come. The disclosure comes after the Jamaica Labour Party General Secretary Dr. Horace Chang said that as of Friday, there was no outstanding report from either the Integrity Commission or the Auditor General awaiting tabling in Parliament. So, did Juliet Holness return them on Friday for any specific reason? These are questions that should be answered. So, but I know if the confusion of Mark Golding et al., who are come talk say them sit down upon illicit 6 report. What kind of confusion is this? Is it those reports that they were aware of, that they were assuming were the illicit 6 enrichment report? You see how we careless in Jamaica when nobody mind in the store? And it's all about, this delayed response and them things there. The opposition PNP has reaffirmed its stance that there should be immediate tabling of reports from all investigative bodies upon submission to Parliament. The PNP has raised concern about changes in the tabling of reports from the Integrity Commission and Auditor General based on a ruling of the Speaker of the House. I agree that when reports come to the Parliament, they must be tabled. There should be no delay. I totally agree with that. But it's like we cannot believe what these people say anymore because, look what is happening. We really don't know. So maybe the Auditor General and the integrity people, and maybe they need to start talk to the country then, because them are people here, them word is not them banned. We can't believe what them say anymore. The party has suggested that the adjustment for the tabling of certain reports from the Integrity Commission was a deliberate act after the Integrity Commission's annual report was tabled in July last year, disclosing ongoing investigations involving 6 parliamentarians for illicit enrichment. The PNP says additionally, the Speaker's ruling has prompted tabling of the Auditor General's performance audit report sent to Parliament. The opposition says it is strongly against this approach and maintains that the conduct of the Speaker with respect to the timely tabling of reports and her departure from established practices is inconsistent with good governance. But JLP General Secretary Dr. Horace Chang claims these allegations have been proven to be baseless and it misrepresents the procedural integrity of the parliamentary system. So if it is true that they have changed, the way that things are tabled in terms of the timeliness of it, the country should hear why that is. If it is true, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's true. I don't know when these people are tell truth or when them are tell lie, or if them just a robber rose, or if them just a smear people, or if them just want to seize power. I don't know about them. But when they say these things and you get no response from the government and the Speaker, then what you're supposed to do? People are going to come up with all kind of things. People are going to continue to make assumptions. And you guys, whether you're government or your opposition, you are answerable to the people. So Juliet should have put out some statement already, considering they are alleging that she's changing the way that things are being tabled in Parliament. She's delaying reports and all these things. She must respond to it. And this is why Jamaica people, they're always going to get this kind of behavior from their elected officials, because them understand that the people, them are business with no. And Jamaica people must stop with this don't care attitude. Me not understand them a people here. But she going to send back the report. For those of you who don't know, this is Pamela Monroe Ellis. She is the Auditor General. She does a very good job. And a lot of times, when we see some of them people here can talk about integrity, members say, the Integrity Commission put out a report on Bunting already. And he say, nah, sign no code of conduct. You know, remember? When time the report come out and him never like how it sound, him say him nah sign nothing. You know, remember? So I like say them are people here have respect. And I like say them are people have respect for. Look here. Let me see the date on this. Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023. Bunting refuses to sign Integrity Commission's leadership code over flawed report. He called the report flawed by the Integrity Commission, and him say him not signing no code of leadership. So if you never sign no code of leadership, what the hell you talking to the Jamaica people for now? Him not qualified to talk to guys. because him not sign the code of leadership conduct and how him behave himself. So even him thinks him is above the Integrity Commission because they made a report when him give the firearm license to the pedophile. And I will tell the people them say, the man never this and the man never that. When him was security minister, him give a gun license to a pedophile. And drugs man. So through the people them release the report and tell the nation what him do. Him vex. The Commission's report cited Bunting, who was National Security Minister between 2012 and 2016, for granting a license to a man whose United States record of drug trafficking were expunged. Just because you expunge your record, guys, it don't mean say you never do it. And then give man gun license. And the people them talk pan him and him vex. They say nah sign nothing. So if you not have no respect for the integrity bodies of the country, how do you expect other people to have respect for you? Opposition leader Peter Bunting says he will not sign the Integrity Commission's leadership code of conduct as he still takes issue with the special report put out last year by the body regarding the issuance of gun permits. The other concern, another man who was never charged for that matter. An assault case against him was dismissed and the judge made no orders in another. At the time, Bunting hit back, stating that the commission in its final report left out important details. The truth of the matter is, guys, when Bunting was security minister, him give firearm license to druggists and rapists. The people them talk and him never like it. He say nah sign nothing. This is the type of behavior and defiance where they come upon the people, but they hold others to high standards, and that cannot make sense. The amount of time the people them call for this man to step down and leave the Senate, and in his defiance, he says he's not doing it. The PNP supporters them and members them march upon him at the headquarters. When every rights group in Jamaica say must go on because him give the gun to the juggies and the people them and the rapists them. And they say him for go on and he say nah go on. And Mark Golding come put out statement say the party stand beside Bunting. So who are these people now? Talk truth now. Me and Uno can't hold them accountable, you know. Can't hold the government accountable, you know. But Mark Golding and Peter Bunting, they are in no position. They should even come in a politics. They should even come back in a politics from them do what they do with FINSAC. Because what they do with FINSAC is nothing different from what SSL. As a matter of fact, it is on a larger scale what they did to the people in FINSAC. You know how many people I've talked to since I started this program will call me and say, and write me and say them are victims of FINSAC. You don't know much people? Or then get their assets take away, their house take away. The mafia beg upon their knee, please can I have back my house? Can I have back my this? Can I have back my business? People migrate, people go analyze themselves, people drop down in a poverty, depression. From then do what they do with FINSAC, they should have never come back as a leader in Jamaica. So then they on overtime, you know. And being on overtime, they know that this is the final frontier. This is the final frontier for the political scavengers in a Jamaica. You see, Omar Davis now, him sick and gone. PG, who accommodated you guys facilitated you guys. PJ is still talking, but he's gone. Omar Davis, same thing. So them 2 years now, them are the last set of scavengers in the politics we need to come out from out there. And Jamaica people must not believe for a minute that they done, we don't know. They don't have no heart. Anybody we could have do FINSAC to the people and they don't have no heart. They cool like the North Pole. And that's why they could have turned over them party and buy it back for 10 million. PNP is now an acquisition. It's a hostile acquisition take over by them guys here. Same like how they take over the people them asset. And who are the people them asset are the same way. Then take away the People's National Party from the Jamaican people for $10 million. $10 million money in a Jamaica. Hostile acquisition. That's what they've done all their lives. How much FINSAC victims depend this? I'm not talking, I comment. How much FINSAC victims depend this? If they shouldn't have come back into politics, the same holds true for PJ after the shell. Nobody not defend PJ right here, sir. PJ, Omar Davis, Bunting and Golden, they are birds of a feather. And they need to leave the politics. Them ruin the people them in the 90s. Me don't know which part them a come back ago. Nobody no want hear nothing at all from them. And these guys, they fully understand that they're on their last leg. This is the last of these people in our politics in Jamaica. And that's why they're holding on to their life. Them say them at the top and is clicking at the politics. They are holding on to their life. And this is why so many people are upset with Andrew Holness, because the way how Andrew Holness are move right now is like them don't want to help save Jamaica from these guys. Like seriously, him don't want to help save Jamaica against these FINSAC benefactors. And the truth, if them come back on Jamaica people them again, no matter where you see them attacking a budget, you know. Remember, say my goal is not even to spend the time to sit down and yard and write one budget, you know. My goal is not take press from Bunting said we. That's why Bunting come out come defending budget speech. So if Andrew no want to join the people them and take sleep mark that, and no say Rhoda Crawford saved Jamaica from Bunting when she won in central Manchester. She did. Peter Phillips saved Jamaica from Bunting when he defeated him in the internal election. So Andrew Holness, if Andrew Holness met them boy a win, he's going to be the biggest disappointment the world has ever seen. And especially Jamaica. So all of them, the tone deafness, the arrogance and whatsoever, check yourself. Like seriously. This is not even about no policy and them something. This is a force between good and evil. And that the thing come down to right now. A force between good and evil. When talking, I comment, you know. Talking, I comment. Because I say Andrew bring one big up one man in a parliament and say, in big up one man in a parliament and say, him a big up people them on social media will tag him and then sit there and people will criticize him and everything. Him say read them and he look on them. So I don't know if Andrew are here when we really need for hear. I hope so. And anybody over here we connected to Andrew Holness or no Andrew Holness, you can come over here so contact to. If you have anything to say to the people in Jamaica and the diaspora, we either criticize him, I say thanks for the criticisms. If you hear anybody criticize, if you want to hear the criticisms and if you want to hear the people then we are congratulating whatever, him need to make sure so the people then we are feed him information, feed him the right information. I know every criticism a good criticism, and while it is true that we can't just listen to the people then we are cheerful with. We have to also listen to the people then we are criticized with. Just like how yesterday one man called me from New York. And the man say, him just want to tell me something. He want to tell me say I'm bias. So I say, okay. I may ask him about 2 questions to see if him really genuine. And he answered him. And I took it. I said, okay. And I thought about it. Now, do I think I'm biased? No. But I wanted to know why he thought I was biased and him talk. I don't feel offended. Because I say every time you must just take the people them where cheer for your comments. Sometimes you have to take the ones that are adverse to that. And if you can draw a lesson from it or something like that, then that's good. You understand? But be careful of people who cannot take criticism and who are hostile toward people who criticize them. That's not a good sign or a good look. So, what Andrew Holness is concerned, people are very concerned. Let me tell you something. I pinch and tell you that one here too. So nobody go call me name. You know, say, you have business people in Jamaica. Everybody talk to me, Everybody call. Sometimes I don't know the people then get my number. May I ask them, say, oh, they get my number. Before me even put number on here, so. You have business people in Jamaica who are scared. Them scared for Bunting and Golden come lead the country. I pinch and tell you. Me never call the business people them name. You have some of them will say, them feel like if them a man here, Bunting and Golden, them coming a leadership in Jamaica, them are going to get victimized as business people in the country. I tell you, And when I say business people, I talk about people were in a various business, from real estate people to construction people to pharmaceutical people to small business people to people who have ever criticized these guys where the politics is concerned. These people are all very worried. They are worried and they are saying that if them come lead the country, them know so they're going to be victimized. They're going to be victimized and ostracized. And people feel this way in dictatorships. Just like over Russia, you can't criticize Putin. Because by tomorrow morning, you either drop through one window or you're poison. This man is seen right here, Bunting. People are very worried about him. Very worried that if he... I want to share the live here, I want to make sure so I don't show people and share the live here, But not when call the business people them name out here, so. Because I don't do stuff like that. Common sense do them sitting there. But may I tell you no. So you have some big business people in the country. Them scared. Them don't want this man in a government. Them don't want this man leading the country, and even as opposition leader, because he's an opposition leader. Them feel like say them business are under threat because of retaliation and victimization, and also because of bad judgment. Remember, Jamaica, don't forget them judgment from the 90s, from the FINSAC something. And Mark Golding tell Omar Davis what to do. Him call himself financial engineer. And he say, Omar Davis was best to them time there. So him give him the advice and tell him what to do. With FINSAC, I want to see the result of that. Right? And ruthless people them. So when you listen to them budget speech, you find out say them not follow rules. They don't respect norms. Them come like a bull in a china shop. Just a knock down everything. And let me tell Andrew Holness this too. If Andrew Holness believes, say, him alone and him party, I can take on them two man here. He is sadly mistaken. So if I were Andrew Holness, I would start reading the room and get in the good graces of the masses of the people. You are going to need the people, or at least the majority, to help you to fight these guys. Not fight them, come on. You know we're not talking no violence. You know we're not talking no violence. We're talking about keeping them from out of the faces of the Jamaican people. You cannot let these people like these, characters like these, outdo you where the people are concerned. You understand me? You can't make them get into the good graces of the people more than you. Right? So you have to be careful. Them say no man is an island, you know. No man stand alone. And that's the case in anything in life. So anytime when you think about forget arrogant upon the people and play tone deaf and think so you can go turn up in a parliament and go stand up on one street side with a microphone and think say Unago can beat them back just by doing that. No, your only aim and objective is to make sure that you are in the good graces of the people, because the people are going to decide all on the fate. Right now, you need to be playing a role of trying to save the country from these people. They're no good, and it's just the truth. There's no nicer way to say it. Look at their political history. Look at their history in politics. From FINSAC come right down. From FINSAC, I'm for sure you how they're ungrateful and wicked. The same party, because of the political connection to PNP, why they became so wealthy. None of them don't come from a wealthy family. Neither Golden nor Bunting. They got wealthy off of their connection with the People's National Party and with FINSAC and them sitting there. And look what them turn on do to the PNP. The very party where they get rich off of. Look what they turn on and do to the party. Topple the party. Buy it for 10 million. And kick out all of the authentic people from out there. Look here, man. Andrew, let me tell you something. If you ever make them money come lead Jamaica, trust me, the world will go done with you. So if you start to get in tune with the Jamaican people and know, say, and them you're going to need. You have 1 year before an election is constitutionally due. 1 year and a long time, you know. But you quit 1 year, you know. So if you not start going at the town hall meeting them, and if you not send out your press secretary every day, and if you not do some policy thing, some more policy thing, on top of what you do now, and if you not start call out them money and talk about them political record, yeah, woman, stop from going like say you're baby in the thing. You say you can't turn it up. When you ever turn it up? You have 1 year for turn it up, you know? And 1 year you have to turn it up. You need to start do something different. Take out Horace Chang from the National Security Ministry. Me see the outgoing police commissioner is going. Make sure the one that come in, him have some pedigree. Make Horace Chang go on somewhere else and put somebody will make sense in the National Security Ministry. Send out your press secretary every day to make your press secretary communicate and relate on the things that you are doing in your job capacity. Make your wife leave off of the speaker bench. When them people are come and start call you this and that, talk about them political history. Them talk about you every day. Every day them tell the people they say you're corrupt and you're wicked. Talk about them political history. But keep it on a level. Don't descend. Don't start mischief make. Keep some town hall meeting regular. Go in your constituency. Go keep town hall meeting. Go on tour at tour time now. See them dey on tour 3 years. And see them come very close. Too close for comfort. In the local election. Them don't win nothing. But then come too close to comfort. You need one good advisor, man. And somebody will tell you the truth. Because them people they were there running, I don't feel like them tell you the truth. They not tell you the truth. See, I make one budget debate yesterday. One budget presentation yesterday. By Monday, nobody no remember it, you know. So where's your consistency? You think say posting on social media alone that is good enough? And so it go. Social media politics all on our work off. All on our work off of social media politics. Leave that to the bloggers, them and them somebody. Yes, man. Remember we not bias over yourself, no, guys. We want to see the country succeed. We don't want to see. We don't want to see nothing worse coming to them a lead country. We don't want to see the country going in a reverse position. We don't have time for reverse. It's bad enough that the country is falling short on, where national development is concerned. See all the budget presentation where Andrew come make. That's supposed to talk about for the next 6 months. Not just a talk about, but put into motion. Right? I want to hear my talk say, get the press secretary. I make them come out here every day, contact to people, them, Because the people them we are rely upon now to get information to the Jamaican people, them not doing a good job. Are the truth. So within 1 year before an election, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because you got to have a plan. You got to have a plan. Just by listening to them people a budget speech, you're supposed to hear and know, say, them have their arsenal ready. So you need to go in your war room. And when we use those terms, guys, we're not talking about violence. We're talking about strategy. 1 year is not a long time. Just remember that. Somebody say Abka for communication. No, Nobody from Nationwide for communication. That is a bullet in the leg. Me not agree with that. I don't agree with that. Yeah, yes. Somebody tell me say Cliff Hughes now come and tell Andrew Holness him lose the election. He lose the local election. Allegedly, come never hear it as somebody tell me. Say Cliff Hughes will come out now, come criticize him and say him lose. Cliff Hughes will make the blunder and come apologize. Come now I say, if at the general election Andrew would have lose and this and that and one heap of something. So him now want nobody from Nationwide to be the face of his PRESEC. No, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. You don't want people who are disingenuous either. You want somebody who you talk about truth. You want somebody who you know is going to come out and tell the truth to the people, right? And who can speak on the behalf of the government. Because I listen to some of them, you know, we see them on information, this and that, and when they come out contact, you just want to walk away. Like, it don't make no sense. You want people to come out to come engage the press and engage the people. People who study your activities and will take the time to do so they can explain properly. Make it their duty to make sure so them are inform the people. Every move you make, what you're doing, and them something there. I don't know if him lose him subscribers, them, you know. More have to know when people say you have 1 year. Uno think say 1 year long, guys? 1 year is not a long time. Look on the kids them. 1 year is not a long time. Because let me tell you something. You see what Andrew Holness do in the local government election? What Andrew do in the local government election? You cannot sleep on people. No matter how you think say them don't stand a chance, no matter how you think say them not have what it takes. Him don't campaign in the local government election. Him did not campaign. And when him decided to come out, he was playing catch up. He was playing catch up. So you can't just lift up when a local government, you can't just lift up your candidate them on their own. Right? Me know say, you know, them are run them election or whatever, but as the leader of the party, you want to show the country, say, you know, are you and them apart said we. But I don't know why people did not advise Andrew to go out there and campaign, you know. I know he gets busy as the prime minister and the leader of the country, but you should have it out there with them in advance. When you finally put your foot on the ground, it was kind of too late. You did good, you did okay, but too late. You understand? And you see the same way like how Bunting lose the leadership in the PNP by 76 votes, and him tell himself, say, he came so close. The people them did want him, but actually just never work out. He came so close. He started feeling entitled. And that's why after so many defeats, he will not just go away. Because he came so close. You know why people come that close? I know so sometimes I say, well, if you even win by one is a win. I know every time you can look on it that way there. Sometimes when you run up against some unscrupulous people, I wipe you for wipe them out. And send a strong message. So stop from sleep on them people and you say you can turn up the thing. Put your money where your mouth there. Turn up the thing. You have 1 year to go. And you have a local election where we don't want you not born a tie. We don't want you not born a, you know, two council seat difference and they sit there. You say you can't turn up the thing. Turn up the thing. How you call idiot Fireborn? Fireborn, how you call idiot? Yes, he did. He made a big mistake by not getting out the campaign earlier. Bad strategy. Andrew move soft. I don't know. We have to be careful too, you know. We have to be careful because you see, due to all them people are hostile, somebody have to behave level-headed, but him can definitely do what him do, or do him supposed to do, I should say, in a manner that is, decent and where has class. But keep in mind, Jamaica people, them and their apathy, they feel detached from the representatives and the politicians. As leader of your party, you're supposed to tell every MP, say, go on in on the constituency, go keep a regular town hall meeting with on the constituents, and you as the leader, you pass through there and make the people them see and hear you. Now is the time. Because the way I see how some of now move, you can't go in an election, you're not ready for an election. Normally in a Jamaica, there's a build-up. I want to tell me if I lie, me I tell. There is normally a build-up in politics. There's a build-up. When you know the election is close, there's a build-up. There's a build-up to victory. There's a build-up to loss even. Build-up to victory, build-up to defeat. Right? If you don't remember, just like how when the PNP won its last election in 2012, and I remember being in Jamaica right after the whole Tivoli incursion, Dodos business. And the moment I landed at Montego Bay Airport, I felt the build-up. You can feel it. That is when you see, a Bruce Colin stepped down them time there. I think Bruce Colin stepped down, yes. Bruce Colin stepped down them time there. And, you had the PNP struggle themselves to respond and getting conversation with the people. But the moment I stepped out of the airport and going and sit in the vehicle, I felt the build-up and the conversation between me and the gentleman who drove me to my hotel. He felt the build-up and he was telling me, what the sentiment of the people are really on the ground. And you just know, say, the people them are going to come out, say, somebody are going to win big, or somebody are going to lose big, something else are going to go on. But in this situation, guys, you do not feel that build-up. We're 1 year away from a general election, and you do not feel the build-up. You do not see the build-up. FINSAC accredited Mark Gordon, financial engineer. It's true. When did it feel any build-up to the local election? I didn't feel any. Even when it was announced, I never feel a build-up. I mean, when Andrew Holness touched down, I think when did that? I think I St. James are sitting like that. You sort of saw a build-up because his base came out, you know, it was his first time on the ground. And you know, say the other side, them a walk around and I do them things. So, you know, in that moment, there was sort of, not really. You understand? But something is very different this time around, guys. Yes, something very different this time around. There's no build up. I want to read that FINSAC report. We all do. What do you mean by Mark blackmail him? When do? Where Mark blackmail him with? A wicked him wicked. He write speech, get the man for go talk. The man not do the thing right because if back going if you have sense do you know. If him a read the speech and him come to the end of the speech and see that something there, me not read that, you know. It better if him never bother read it and just end the speech right there so. Better if him never bother read it. This no make sense. Wanna answer my question there? Wanna feel the build up? Next year election. No a March. In all their efforts, you don't really see these people are trying to form a connection with the people. Right? You know, still a regular town hall meeting not go on and no, sir. No build up. And you can see it in the supporters them, you know, the party supporters them. When there is a build up, you know. Everywhere you go in a Jamaica right now, we don't see no political gathering. I just saw a little bit of people. So look a handful of people. What is that? If on a conference, the people them now come out. I know so Jamaica politics go. So that is it, guys. Saturday evening, you know, at 8:13. When you feel the build up, we tell you no. We tell you no. But right now, there's no build up. All there is, you know, cross talking. Where Councillor Simone? The JLP didn't seem to spend much to draw out their base. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. And I don't know if I should say this, but I think Andrew Holness's inaction caused some of his councillors to lose. Yes, that's the truth. Because I'm going to tell you something. You see, in a Venisha constituency, Bunting was in there spending no much money. Bunting was in there spending no much money. I know Andrew stopped in there, but Andrew stopped in there too late. It was too late. And you know why Bunting do that? Bunting did that because Venisha is their biggest threat. And I don't know why Andrew Holness don't put Venisha out there to speak. Yes, put her out there to speak. She is their biggest threat. First of all, they don't like women. That's the first thing. And a woman who is not afraid to speak to them with conviction. Because their women at their yard cannot talk. Venisha is their biggest threat. And him and Mark Golding colluded and decided their minds, so them are going to do the same tactic like what they do on the PNP with the $10 million. Them are going to go in there and spend much money. They didn't target nobody else. They targeted her. Because if you saw her performance in the debates, and if you heard her on radio in the debates, they knew that she was coming for their jugular. So they made sure that they cut her down quick and fast. But that doesn't mean that she should stop talking. There are a lot of other possibilities out there, a lot of opportunities, because she has caliber. She can go find herself in a one seat or whatever. But most importantly, the country should be hearing this woman. Because Venisha will talk out them deeds, them dirty deeds. And them dirty deeds for talk out, especially this one right here. I mean, not talk about nothing personal, guys, because everybody know then you understand? Me not talk about a personal attack. I'm talking about political. All panasod, we not hear Venisha again. We not hear Rhoda. Andrew, what you do, man? No make we have to come out and campaign against you, Andrew. You're not going with nothing of the truth. You're 1 year away from an election. If you can't manage, put some assistants around you, some people with some brain power. So them go drop money in the constituency. We shall Venisha, them think them could have lock her off. Turn her on. And that you have to do. Come like say, me I tell you. Many of the councillors and MPs were too damn complacent. You think so? Me no know. Me know say. All right. I'm gonna say Monday. Maybe Monday me come talk about this. You have some politicians in Jamaica. They are very hard workers, right? Whether them are MP or whether them are councillors. I can tell you some councillors who are very hard workers, but I'm not gonna call nobody name out here, so. You understand? And you have some councillors who could have stand up and them work. I don't know which one of them has to get complacent, but most of them work. You see these guys right here? You see Bunting and Golding and Silvera. Let me tell you why they lose. And this is what I'm going to talk about on Monday. I'm going to tell you why them lose and why them cannot go back to their constituents. Member Bunting cannot go back to Central Manchester. So Rhoda lose our councillor then. Him, if him did have sense, him would have stayed there and him could have a little talk, you know. Rhoda lose our councillor then, but him cannot go back to those people because those people know him. Dayton Campbell cannot go back to his constituency. Cannot. Silvera couldn't go back. And Bunting couldn't go back. Ian Eels cannot go back. I first me see this. When you lose an election, you go to the people and to find out where you fell short, what you did wrong. The whole of them run left the people them who vote them out. There's a reason why they cannot go back. I'm going to tell you no Monday. So make sure someone come over here so Monday can hear that. They have developed a habit where they like to latch on to people who they consider to be popular. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why they have given the impression to the comrades them that he's only a popular leader. You understand? And when them go with work and witchcraft now, and them don't come out with a popular leader, them come say, oh, we don't need a popular leader. Everybody have their work can stand up and if them a worker, If you are a worker in politics, you should be able to stand on your record of performance, with or without the backing of a party leader, and still come through. And as some make Portia make some of them who should have never come into politics get elected. Because they have developed this idea that we don't have to work. We don't have to work. All we need is a popular leader to latch on to. So when the people them look and realize say that them depend, them not have no work, no record of work for stand up on. And then when them see say them not have no record for stand up on now, and them see say Peter Phillips was not that popular, to be honest, but he won his seat. And them who come to them go topple him, them run go challenge and do all kind of thing, because them say Peter Phillips was them problem. And them are them problem who losing and not do no work, Them blame it upon their leader. So that goes to show you, they have no sense. But I'm going to talk more about it Monday. I'll tell you why. They lose their seat and they cannot go back to the people. You got that right. Politics has changed, for sure. Yes, politics has changed. The people them done with diatic politics now. I just don't look at a handful of people. But for the most part, the people are largely finished with diatic politics. Yeah, man, the biggest underminer in politics in Jamaica are Bunting and Saboteur. That's all him know for them. Do it to him own people them. It's kind of hard for him to do it to the people on the other side. So what he does, guys, he uses the political platform to smear people and tell lie on people. See him like how the US ambassador say he walk and tell lie on people, make them lose their visa. So the people them in their party them get the worst side. So what them a do now? Them not plan for run no election based on merit, based on policies, based on good governance. They're not proposing anything to telling the people this is your alternative. What they're doing is they are telling the people, Andrew, you're wicked, Andrew, you're corrupt, Andrew, you not believe in a good governance, Andrew, you lie, Andrew, you thief. And it is somewhat of a bullying tactic, really. So they plan to bully him out of government. That's what they're doing. And that's why you see a 2-1 a murder, because a 2 leader against 1. And that's why Andrew now, if him smart, him surround himself with some people who make sense. Some people who are credible. And him turn up the thing as well him say him can do. Don't pay attention to some vlogger out here. Remember, me not come out here can look war with no vlogger, Because me not come out here in an argument with no vlogger. Are the people that me I talk to. And anybody in a politics who want to listen. Don't pay no mind to people who come out here every day to come twist stories and misinform and over-exaggerate and tell lie. And don't listen to those kinds of people. You need to be listening to the people in the country we turn on them TV every day and wait to hear something to give them, a better sense of hope and everything like that. And that is why, one is the reasons why it is so important that you get you a press secretary, somebody will make sense, and them something there. Yeah, man. Good night, Carl. I see a lot of new faces over here. Welcome to the platform. When you lucky, so I want to catch you tonight. I don't normally come on Saturday, but this is a special because I didn't want to tell you, say, Bunting wrote the budget speech, and that's why we put right here, so say Bunting budget speech. Him come out to come defend him budget speech, guys. Because him see the budget speech gone up in flames. Because I'm going to put the wrong thing in there for the man talk, and everybody in the party are cuss him. The risers, them are cuss him. And I say, why him do that? You see him face, look? Nobody not happy with him. Yeah, man. So, me know so we live in our social media time, guys. And I know that the Prime Minister and the government, they may have their people out here scoping things out, listening to what people are saying, and stuff like that. But you have to devise a plan where makes sense to the people them. And don't just think that it's just people in a Jamaica either. People in the diaspora are stakeholders too. Right? You have 1 year left to an election. And to be honest, much different now go on. You say you can't turn it up. Show the people them emotion. Alright, guys? A time now for Andrew show the people them emotion. I'm going to say it again. All of what tell us if you make your wife stay there, them don't have your best interest at heart. Me now come out here and talk no foolishness. I don't talk foolishness. That is perhaps the first thing you need to consider changing. Good night, Nikki. Big up yourself. My friend Nikki out there in the far west. Yeah. So that's where it is. If you don't want to hear back what this man has say, he can defend him budget speech. If you don't want to hear back what he say, me know. Because I come off here now, so I will just play that for those of you who don't hear it. We said here on whichever day that was that they did the budget presentation, right off the bat before we even knew it was so, I told you guys that Bunting is the one who wrote it. And I had people who said no. But I've studied this man. Right? Psychologically and everything. Guys, me not have no degree in psychology. I did 3.5 years in pursuit of a bachelor's, and then I didn't finish. That wasn't my passion. You know your passion, right? But nonetheless, I have learned a great deal and I don't regret it. And I found my passion after that. And I'm happy with it. But psychologically speaking, this man here, him angry, him vex, him unhappy with himself. And let me tell you something. Him have it out. I will play it again, Prim. Him have it out. How would it? Where you say? Him have it out for Mark Golding. Him have it out for Andrew Holness. Him have it out because him have him plan. Him want to be Prime Minister. When you look, him best friend advise him wrong to go and challenge him leader. Him get licked down right there, so. What the hell did I do wrong? How did I manage to lose my seat too? And now all he is a third wheel, right? And he might try to do every little thing, and everything him do is just so wrong. Him write a speech for the leader, it is wrong. Because that's what everybody is saying, you're wrong. Him get put back in the Senate, him still can't make a comeback. Right now, him want to be the leader of the country. And by any means necessary. So, let me say this to Andrew Holness. You see, your success has to do with not just the way you think. Your success has to do with your advice council. Yeah? Your success has a lot to do with the people who are advising you. So, or I should say it's as good as the people who are advising you. You have to be careful. And you have to be receptive to suggestions. And one thing I like with Obama, you know, guys. You see, when Obama was president, Obama was known for listening to everybody advice. Yes? He will sit down there in a room, in a war room, and he will listen to what him Secretary of State has say. Him listen to what him finance somebody has say. Him listen to everybody. Right? Because you can't just go in at the thing so thinking that only your opinion is the best or you have the best ideas. No man is an island. So you have to have people around you. We have good ideas and we make sense and them something there. And that's one thing that everybody admired about Obama. He's going to invite everybody to the table and listen to what everybody has say. And then at the end of the day, the decision lies with him. But at least when he has people around him that are smart and them have a brain, at least him have options. Options that he can weigh against anything that he can think of. You understand, guys? So you can't think say you're the smartest somebody. You're not gonna listen to what people say. Or you're gonna just pretend say you listen at the day, in the day, go do damn foolish and embarrass yourself. That no make sense. So the people them will advise you, very important. If this man here did have good people for advise him, he won't end up in the situation where him end up in here. Him take advice. What everybody will give him advice and go take advice from Mark Gold and tell him for challenging leader. You would have never said this in history again. Never in history in Jamaica will you see again a man challenge him leader and lose him seat said time. You're not going to see that again in a history. Remember me tell you no. And that goes to show you, say, this man here is the biggest political loser you will see in your lifetime. Yes, Carlton, me see it. So, when it comes on to making an appeal to people and trying to get their support and everything like that, you have to get yourself from out of the parliament. Come out of the parliament and put your foot on the ground and talk to people. You see, everything when I talk, how much you know bet me say them are going to do it? How much you know bet me say the risers, them, Bunting them people over here are listening. How much you know bet me say they run go do it? Watch and see. Some of the things when I talk over here all the while, me hear Mark Golding attack it on platform. Look how long them in a politics. Him tell people say him just come in a politics. Lie, not no go so. Him in the Senate from when? He just came into representational politics 2017. So it's been a while. Okay? But me hear my talk about communication with the people and having town hall meeting. Look from when them in the politics and me never see him keep no town hall meeting in a constituency yet. You see them a keep town hall meeting with nobody? No. So how them a come tell Andrew to keep town hall? Them need to go worry about themselves. Because them not keep no town hall. Because them behave elite. Them say them a tapanari. So them behave elite. Them not get that close to the people. The people not have that the privilege there. If you come sit down in a town hall with them. And that's why Michael Manley and even Edward Siaga too. In those times in politics, those people were with the people all the time. Those people were open to the people all the time. But these ones here, them bring in a different thing where them feel like them elite and above the people are more than the people. So when them a come talk about town hall meeting, practice want to preach. We not keep town hall meeting. Anybody who don't understand how powerful town hall meeting is, them not belong in a politics neither. That's the best way you're gonna, have a dialogue with your people. Or the people. Bunting not supposed to come back in and not name national security. I see my Walkout talk on national security. Him no belong and under film leadership as security minister. Jamaica become a scamming haven. Remember that, guys. Under Bunting's leadership, Jamaica became a safe haven for scammers. Scamming take off under film leadership. So I don't know when can come tell Jamaica people them say. And when him never have no answer for the scamming, where him do? Go to Miami, go tell the people them say a cartel music and make scamming up in a Jamaica. So I don't know where I come back for. That I don't like with Jamaica. They always are recycle the underperformers here. Him get him chance already to prove himself to the Jamaica people where security is concerned. And he did nothing substantial. So now, why should the people take him back in security? No. Let somebody else do it. Let somebody else, show what them can bring to the table. You people already had your damn chance. You had a chance to be member of parliament. You blew that. You were national security minister. You blew that. Go man. A time now for you to leave the platform and make other people come in. And you alone have answers. Make some other rest of people come in because the show on have already. And when time they eat, take on come ball, on dep on near church, one heap or something. And then when that no work now, on start call up Jamaica citizens' name to the diaspora. I say I them Mexican. Go man. I sick of them. Jamaica people must stop from recycle them. Stop from recycle them. This is why when you get in a relationship with somebody and when you and them left, don't go back. That chapter is closed. You see nobody else in Jamaica, guys. You see nobody else in Jamaica who say they're wealthy and they have much money, right? Them present themselves as the wealthy people, them and the tapanaris, them, and the upper crust and the high class people, them, right? With their little bit of money. You see nobody else in Jamaica who say them have money and run down politics. Look on the man how the man stress out. No, sir. Look on the man how the man stress out. Eh? Look how him neck fall up. Look on the sitting them the pencil mark them cross him forehead. Look how the man stress out. Only see nobody else in Jamaica we say them have a whole heap of money and stress out themselves for coming to politics, so. Then little bit of money, then FINSAC money are go down. And more money then come back for. No, think about it, guys. Like, seriously. And you know, it's not because they're passionate to serve. It's not because they have any ideas. They've already had their friggin' chance. Nobody else not capable in Jamaica after them fail. We don't want them to fail around here, man. A time now for Bunting leave the platform. Him, Dayton, Angela Brownberg. You wait, let me tell you something, man. You see Angela Brownberg, we take Portia constituency. I used to live at Greenwich Farm, you know, guys. I know Greenwich Farm, Maxfield. I used to go Manly. I know the people them around here. And if I ever met the people them come by us to come talk, them people them make no sense. If I ever met the people them come talk, how they view their representatives and what is going on in their constituencies, you know that cry eye water. Me don't know what is them people their obsession with coming in a politics and then don't come with nothing for save the people. Not save the people. Come for help. Make the people's quality of life a little better. 1 term, 2 term, 10 term. And when them gone, nothing not change. We can't, That's not supposed to be. A time now for Jamaica understand what it mean when we say weed them out. When they come and then don't do nothing, guys, and then don't perform and show on them pedigree. Me not say if politicians come and do good, we no keep them till thy kingdom come. Because it look like say it's a rarity to have a politician to come and do right by the people. It's rare nowadays. So when you get a politician to come and do no work, you nobody run them women, make them stay. Although them have a conscience for know so nobody stay too long. But if you come and do a good work, you keep them and work with them. But when these ones who come in and them don't do nothing, and them just wait for somebody feel for them come back, after all that them do is damagement, run them women. Jamaica have some very talented people, you know. Remember me tell you now. Them here don't have no talent. Don't make them come with them degree and them money and fool, you know. Because first of all, them never have no people skills. Because you say if them did have people skills, instead of come and tell them Andrew Holness about town hall meeting, and them in a opposition, and them should have the town hall meeting. Them no respond so Andrew want to communicate with the people. If Andrew no want the town hall meeting, go and go off town hall meeting, the people them can talk to Uno then. I want to go talk to the people them. Oh, not worry about Andrew communication with the people for. If Andrew communication is failing with the people, that is his loss. Don't let that bother you. You go communicate with the people. You're in opposition. Damn stupid. Them don't know nothing. See him come there. I come talk about good governance and bad governance, and him supposed to make budget speech. Them not even go look what budget speech mean. But then come attack in a people face and end up with this walkout and this damn foolishness. Turn off the people and nobody now want to hear nothing again. This is ridiculous. You come to a budget speech, you talk about the budget. Liz same have PTSD, me no know. We not gonna hear from Liz Monday. Liz, they are champs, you know. Monday only hear back from Liz. Liz a come talk everything we go on last this week. When I open ready for Liz Monday, open ready for Liz Monday morning. One man called me yesterday and say, a years him a listen to Liz pan radio, pan talk radio at Jamaica. I mean, not tell a lie. If you don't come like me love talk radio for a long time, guys. Right? My grandmother, she used to operate a betting shop. She used to do off the track betting. Anybody from Jonestown would I know my grandmother. My grandmother used to have a betting shop and me used to go down there go help her sometime on Saturday morning time. But that's why I love racers, you know. So when she at the betting shop, all she do, I listen to radio. She always I listen to radio because a woman with gambling, you know, she was a ragamuffin woman, like, you know. She was very much into half track betting. She gamble more time. You know them kind of woman, the people? Yes. Everybody know her. But she ever listen to radio. When she not listen to the racer sitting where I go on Wednesday and Saturday, we know every ass in the country. We know who are going to win. We know what the jockey them, what they own and everything. Till me start hide and go track. Go gamble. But me tap do it, you know. Anyway, talk radio. The man say, he might listen to Liz on radio for ages. And that she and Motty Perkins never really agree most time, but Motty Perkins used to love her because Liz is a thinker and she have good reasoning ability. You have some people you can't reason with them or them not intrigue you for listen to them reasoning or whatever. But Liz is that type of person. Look here, sometime when Liz call, talk radio in Jamaica na nice again like one time. Yeah, talk radio nice like one time. Because you see, the time I we live in here now, all them people are doing now, I sit down in a studio and wait for breaking news to come break news and tell lie and then sitting there. They no whole no reasoning with the people in the country again pan talk radio like one time, you know. You understand? So everybody who know Liz the pan talk radio long time. And nowadays, if sometimes Liz call Emily and told, due to all this talk up thing them, sometimes they have to cut off read up on her. We not cut her off over here, so Lisa come talk everything when she come back Monday. So make sure say una day over here so Monday. Yes, Lisa go talk from the walkout. Yeah, a different time now, guys. Talk radio used to nice in Jamaica back then. And it wasn't even that long ago, really. But you could listen to talk radio and you know everything we're going in the country. You know, last but nothing at all. The people them used to run talk radio them time there. Them not miss a beat. And it was all about engaging with the Jamaican people, right? And back in them time there, you know, sometimes we not even did have cell phone back them time. They would even did have credit. But people find a way to call these radio stations every day. And then talk about what go on in a them local rural community and who not do what. Remember, some people used to call the radio station them and talk on the representative every day though. People used to call talk radio. And any other representative now go on with nothing, then come ball out on the radio. The whole Jamaica know say their representative now do what they're supposed to do. Now a different time. They sit down in a studio in front of a computer. And wait upon breaking news to come from government. And you see, this is why I say Andrew Holness and the government, any government, them to make sure them have a press secretary. So them now have to show about information, go get radio station. Make radio station go do some work and some investigative journalism. Use your press secretary to put information to the people and the press. We don't understand the importance, guys, of having a press secretary come out to the people every day. Very important. Now, that is something I could put on my schedule to watch each day. Not to watch, but, you know, listen whatever I'm doing. Stuff like that. Liz was also the vice of Jamaica. And sometimes people might have said Liz tribal, but I don't think so, because if Liz was tribal, Liz, none of uno couldn't say nothing about Mark Gold in them. Liz knows that them not real, and everywhere she goes, she talk out on it. But she has a good grasp on our history and our political history, and that's why over here is home for Liz. We not lock her off over here, so. Yes, back them time that we used to have landline, and people would have called the radio station them every day and have dialogue with the host and the country. All who can hear will feel, Sidani. All who cannot hear will feel. Some of the members them are government may get some information, so them come over here and listen regular. So, wanna make sure say, wanna send this a one I go give Andrew. Good night, lecturer. You're late bad. You're late bad, but welcome. And welcome back. All who can hear I go feel. Wanna better learn to multitask. You come with a budget, there is more to it than that. Sometimes I feel so sorry for the Jamaican people then, because them elect them people here and then have no form of communication with them. Why would you not think, like, nobody should have to tell you to have a town hall meeting with your constituents? If me was a representative, my constituents that either at least once every 2 weeks then. Yeah, at least once every 2 weeks, me that make my constituents know, say, look here, come make we talk. What are the issues you're having, And then we will relate to them, what project is going on, how it's going, what plans we have, what the government plan to do, and them sitting there. They don't do them sitting there in Jamaica. If the people them not gonna take up placard and protest and give bloggers and vloggers information for shame politician, then don't do nothing. Oh, where did the champs? Welcome everybody, including those who are late. Electro, so like how you're late, I could give you an update. Remember this week, I say a Bunting write the speech. A Bunting write the budget speech. Right? And then I go get the information and them say I sure him write it. So may I check out here now? So all of who just come on we get for hear Bunting on the TV yesterday with Curlin Brown defending his budget speech, because the people them a bring him down and say him go write things in the budget speech when no make sense, and Mark Gordon is taking the heat for it, and them in a damage control. Because him never understand saying a budget speech, you talk about fiscal, economical, and social policies. Or you rebut, or you suggest better, fiscal, economic, social policies. But him coming now with, your wife should be there, your wife did this, your wife did that, the illicit sex, the tabling of that, the tabling of this, and realize it another right time and place. So now, in come out strong defend him thing, and while he has a point in that we want good governance in Jamaica, he still doesn't understand what you do and what you don't do in a budget speech. So guys, I thank you for joining. You will see us back here Monday. Like I said, Liz will be here. I don't know when Champ's done, Champ's done this weekend, guys. I don't know. But Liz says she's coming off her leave of absence Monday. So wanna keep it locked here. Make sure to subscribe when I have a notification on. So that's when you come on when you will know. I want to miss nothing over here. Remember, when you're not going to get no better content on the politics in Jamaica than over here. So if you don't want to keep abreast with what's going on in Jamaica, politically, and by extension, socially, you want to be subscribed to this channel, and you want to be inviting your family members and your friends over here. You hear, guys? Yeah, man. Support the channel, subscribe, and share the content. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, please and thank you. Yes. So thank you all so much. Take care of yourselves until Monday. And here is the video. And I'll talk to you guys another time. Bye.
Reaction to the events in Parliament today. Good evening and welcome, sir.
Good evening.
First of all, what prompted the walkout?
Well, the leader of the opposition was making a series of points on the need for good governance. And he was exposing point after point where this JLP administration has brought us to a new low in terms of accountability. And in particular, the accountability of Parliament. The executive is subject to parliamentary oversight. We have seen where they have removed the opposition chairman from the standing select committees, the sessional select committees. That was a tradition that was started by Bruce Golding and carried through under the PNP administration and discontinued. That has affected the accountability and the oversight of Parliament. We've seen now with the Speaker, who is supposed to be impartial and nominally the head of Parliament, being the wife, the spouse of the head of the executive. I don't think whether you talk about the optics, whether you talk about the principle, or whether you talk about how she has behaved in a very tribal manner, preventing Auditor General reports from being tabled in a timely way, proposing to send Integrity Commission reports to an oversight committee that's controlled by the government rather than tabled so the public can see them immediately, getting an opinion from the Attorney General, which she's relying on, not in her personal capacity, but on behalf of the Parliament, but not sharing it with other parliamentarians. So we were concerned with the principle, we were concerned with the optics, but in practice, it has borne out that it was an absolutely inappropriate appointment. And the Prime Minister was obviously, his reaction, which was out of proportion, because the leader of the opposition was not saying anything inappropriate. He was not saying it in any rude or vulgar way. But the fact that the Prime Minister so overreacted, again reinforced the point that there's really no separation between the executive and the Parliament.
Was the party leader correct, though, sir, in raising the issue during the budget presentation?
Well, of course, the whole, this is the one time of the year when the leader of the opposition has really an unfettered opportunity with adequate time to speak to the nation and has the attention of the nation. One of the pillars on which his presentation was based was the idea of governance and the importance of good governance to the country. You know, to preventing corruption, to rooting out corruption, to ensure appropriate behavior of the executive because of parliamentary oversight, etc. So this was the absolutely correct platform on which to do it. He was not doing it in any way that was rude. He was making very solid points. And the fact that the government essentially prevented him from completing his presentation shows really the disrespect they have for our parliament, our democracy, our democratic traditions, and ultimately the public of Jamaica, who deserve a robust debate.
We wait to see where this conversation will continue, but thank you so much for dropping by.
You're welcome.
The failure to disclose the identity of the so-called illicit 6 MPs who are under investigation by the Integrity Commission for illicit enrichment remains a festering sore, only made worse by the Prime Minister's gag order on his own cabinet ministers from speaking publicly on matters to do with the Integrity Commission.
They got that period of time to table it, so it's within the law, or because, which I think it should have said that. Let me read, but that was something that was mentioned before. So that's called for an pardon. Now,